I've got here our range of Verum squares, Verum by Fisher. So I've been using Fisher squares for at least 15-20 years. A fantastic old English brand of quality engineering squares, and now they make them for our own brand name, Verum. Verum means true in Latin, and if your square is not true, as inaccurate, it's not a square. So what we have here is the complete range of sizes from 50mm, 75mm, 100mm, 150, 225 and 300 millimeters. Will cover a whole range of your woodworking and engineering activities. My grandfather always used a rosewood stocked carpenter square, a beautiful bit of kit, but accuracy, to be honest, was never really there, and they don't stay accurate long term. Engineering squares are made to very high tolerances. These are all BS 939, the old British standard, and the quality and accuracy of these is fantastic. And this is what you need to be using if you're doing quality, accurate woodworking. Getting your timber prepared is a critical part of making furniture making or any accurate woodworking. So whether you've machined your timber or you've hand planed it, as part of that preparation process, we'll be marking up the timber with a face side and a face edge mark. When we're using our square, we should always reference the stock of our square either off the face side or the face edge when we're doing any of our marking if we're squaring up around. I'll just show you a couple of techniques, either using the pencil or our scalpel knife for getting some really crisp, clean and accurate lines. If I want to mark out a line across my bit of timber for doing sawing work, then I will use a pencil. If I bring my stock of my square against my face side and my face edge, make sure your pencil is leaning into the corner of the square and you'll get a nice, clean, crisp line right up against the square. If you don't have it leaning in and you have it more upright, what you'll actually get is a line further away. So what we've actually got now is a really thick line or a double line on there. If I'm doing sawing work, a pencil line is going to be great because you can follow the pencil and see it well and truly with your saw. If I'm doing chiseling work, I will use a knife or a scalpel. The idea is with the knife or the scalpel, again, lean it in. Don't have it upright, just lean it in to get a nice upright line. I wouldn't bother necessarily doing a knife line if I'm doing sawing, but I certainly will do a knife line if I'm doing any chiseling work. The idea of the chisel will now sit into that knife line beautifully and give you a very accurate, clean finish when you're chiseling. The chisel will not sit into a pencil line. It's a reference line for sawing, not a chiseling line. So we've looked at using the outside of the square for doing our marking work. We generally use the inside of the square for then actually testing how square things are. So if I've got my face side and my face edge, you want to put your stock of your square onto the face side, lift it up towards the light and look down that edge and see if it's nice and square. Don't look into a dark corner. I'll then also use my square probably 3 positions along my timber. Don't just push it along the timber. What that'll do is pick up dust on the back of it and then you won't actually see if it's square or not. If we're checking the end again, always reference off your face side or your face edge up against a nice light source, and then we'll see whether we're nice and square in that direction and also across as well. And that is spot on. If your square is not square, you're going to have so many problems in your making because we can't reference and get things square to start off with. Things are going to go to twist. All of your shoulders will be out and you'll have an absolute nightmare of a job. This is our full range of Verum squares, the mark of true quality. If you want to check out the individual videos to show what you can use the different sizes for to get the best use out of them, please check out those individual videos. Look at them at woodworkersworkshop.co.uk and don't forget to follow us on our social media channels.